Today the markets take another dip to restart and refuel this moon boy ship. My dreams may be futile, but it's you say, well, my dreams may be futile, but Bitcoin bull keeps charging away. Oh, you see, my Bitcoin bull keeps charging away.
You're listening to Any Observation, the best NFT, crypto, and gaming podcast ever. With your host, Anders Bjork.
And we are live with Master Burst, and this is a really exciting day for me. I had 6 hours of no internet today. Fiber lines were cut. We didn't know when it was going to come back. And hey, I'm here. Everything works. I'm happy. Great day. How are you doing today, Burst?
Doing good, man. Sorry, I had the Twitter up, I had the YouTube up, and I was like, where is my echo coming from? I just had to do that. Thanks, man. I'm doing great. We just had an ultra rare stream. Usually it's Tuesdays at 5 p.m. UTC, and I almost made that mistake with you to forget to tell you that we moved it to Wednesday. You're like, you still good to go? And I was like, oh, fuck. I felt so bad, so I'm glad you could work that out. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, we were gonna go live an hour earlier, but it's good. This last week has been very stressful. So usually I go to bed around 10 p.m. But this week and last week I'm going to bed past midnight. So I'm awake at this time now. It's the thing you'd have to do when you have a 3-year-old. You need to go to bed because he wakes you up so early. There's not a lot of choice there.
Right. You just got the one little one?
Yeah.
Just the one little one. Any others coming?
No. No
nothing
way.
Nothing yet. Just the one right now. One's enough.
One is more than enough.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, just keeping up with the NFT space and the work and life and working out and eating and spending time with the girl and everything, and then having a kid is a lot of work.
Oh, for sure. And let me ask you this, because it's the same around here, for at least for the people I know. How's the wife take the NFT news or drama? She probably wants to hear not much of it, eh?
I don't think I share anything with her.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. No, it's a good thing. I'm just wondering because it took me a little bit to learn that. And everybody, when I start talking about NFTs, just be fairly cordial and basic with them. Once you start going into your realm of words and thoughts, people are like, I lost you back at when you said mint, right? So
she has a Wax account. She has a bunch of NFTs. She has been on Atomic Hub Trade and buying. She has played some games. She's been introduced to a lot of things, and obviously she is watching a bunch of the live streams, not all of them. And when I'm talking about it with other people, she get more into it. And she came. I was in a meetup in Stockholm, a crypto meetup, and she came at the end and was there for like 90 minutes or something and heard all the talking, and she loves it. So she's also coming to the Nifty Blocks event outside Amsterdam. So we're driving from here to there with our car. So that's nice.
How far is that drive?
16 hours, according to Google Maps.
Ooh, yeah. Crazy. You excited?
Yeah, it will be fun. It will be we will take a week. So we will go slow. We go drive to Germany, then we sleep in Germany, and then we take a little bit of chill time, and then we go to Amsterdam. So it's two bigger road blocks, and then on the way back, we will probably stay a few days in Germany. So
gotta do that, man. You gotta give yourself some away time away from the space, and I think that's awesome that you're able to work that in with the NFT trip. That's awesome.
Yeah, so how is your life doing? So you're doing the Ultra Rare show today. How was that?
You know what's funny? Ultra Rare show is probably like one of our better shows because it's the scheduled one. So then we also have a lot of the users that are scheduled for that one come in. So I'd like to say it's a little more bump and busier chat than all my other streams, just because those guys are prepared for it. It can get weird. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden out of left field, now we're minting Feet NFTs, and John has something special for people who do complete the sets, and there might be something in the future for them. You know how they are with their sets, but
Yep.
it was good. We also talked about the ultra rare comic set rewards that are coming for the collectors over there that are collecting the comics. They also have a hard comic in this one, hardcover signed copy by Kev Hopgood there. And for people who are unaware, Kev Hopgood is the creator of War Machine on Marvel. So he throws down some quality art. As far as I'm concerned, probably one of the better ones on the team. I don't know if he takes the cake, though. That'd be pretty selfish to say, because they got a few artists over there, and some of them just pop sometimes. There was that. And then also, too, I don't know, did you get a Leatherface there, Anders?
I think I have 5. So, yes.
Perfect. So you're... not including, they're not free with the mint price, but you'll be able to mint a deck spot. I don't know if you've seen that. That's kind of what they're working on, the dynamic PFPs on Twitter, where let's say your deck spot is a ETH deck spot, it will show that it is up. If ETH is up, it'll show if it is down, if ETH is down. And I believe the next steps is to get those across multiple social platforms. So I would think like Instagram and Facebook, and it would be really cool if they could implement it into Discord. I didn't ask about that, but that is kind of what they're working on over there. Mid-October is when they said they'd do that. And for people who are completing the Ultra Comics, I'm going back now, you've got till the 27th to complete your sets, guys, 1 p.m. UTC. We'll give out a pack today, if that's okay, at some point in time, Anders.
Yeah,
one of the comic packs from the Ultra Rare team. Right on. Yeah, we'll do that. As far as my life goes, life's good. Life's good. It's up and down. You know how it is. It's the hardest thing to do, I guess, in a bear would be to just stay positive. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And you gotta do. I don't think my room's the healthiest for positive energy. Like I said this morning, I feel like my room is the punching bag for excuses. I guess the scapegoat, and I get it. Look. My community is not going to change the price of the wax token ever. You would need millions of wax. You would need millions. You know what I mean? You need a shit ton of the capital there to move the token at all. No. But we do spend a lot on wax. A lot of the guys have concerns. And, you know, if you've got to come in and fish out 5 to 10 excuses around your project, I don't think that's a good look. What you should do is just produce and build. And I've always told people, I'd be one of the first people to tell people right away, look, I was totally wrong. You guys have come out and like you guys have produced some stuff. You've done some work. I want to be proven wrong. I don't want to be proven wrong for the sake of going, oh shit, they proved me wrong. I want to be proven wrong for the wax space, like in general, in the wax space. I don't know how many smaller users over the last 3 years we've scared away just because of roadmaps not followed, tokenomics not really thought about, white papers all over the place. You get what I mean? And for people who aren't aware, I do run the Atomic Kings over there. We're just collectors. We're just buyers. We're gamers. We like stuff like that in life. And essentially, that's all we want. And it's just very tough to get that. And I took my brand and just kind of realized, okay, look, I want to have fun with everybody else. It's a lot easier for me to manage a community and manage some of their holdings attached to some of my NFTs and give back as much as I can to them. And here we are a year later after looking at that. And my guys are still appreciating who I am. I'm not getting beat up for not doing this with my NFTs or doing that with my NFTs. And if I went to a game, if I went to the tokenomics, I'd probably be looking at other places to do sales and stuff like that to fund my game right now, because it's not a good time to be dropping sales on wax. That's how I feel about that.
Except your Funko.
And that's what I was saying. Like, I'm not going to drop towards who's saying that this morning, but they tried to compare their project to Funko this morning, and I was like, dude, the reason Funko could do that is because they've created something in the real world with collectors and value and stuff. And
I have a few there.
Exactly. So they can come over and do kind of whatever they want, and people will support it. Now, if you're a smaller brand in the space, you compare yourself to Funko, and you're not known in the real world. That's like a defeated argument right there. Like nobody's going to come in and go, I came here because I was buying this at the store. You know what I mean? Because it's not at the store right now. Big IPs will threaten smaller brands. I get it. But if you're doing it right and you build a community, I think you'll survive the bear market. I think community comes first before the project. It does. That's how I feel. I might be wrong, but that's how I feel.
Rock Fjord is saying, are you telling me Atomic Kings is for NFTs?
Yeah, Atomic Kings. We love it. Like, like I bleed wax, and like I truly believe that as somebody who's on camera, somebody who's got an opinion. Look, I might be right, I might be wrong. When I give an opinion, I prefer that you go and get a take on what I said, because that's how ideas and proper implementation is gone about, is getting multiple opinion, multiple takes. And I might have an opinion on something I might have an opinion on something. I just might not know the end result, because there's certain tools or certain networkings that I just haven't had access to that would change my opinion, and that's just how this space works. But I find it pretty ignorant for influencers, YouTubers to go on more than let's say 3 chains. I just think it's a full-time job myself, studying everything to wax, and it can be stressful at times. And if I ran over to Cardano and bought a crab at that crab game and then started acting like I knew it up and down, I don't think that's fair to the space, because I don't. There's a lot of hidden things to it, whether it's the high ups, the down lows, where money's being spent, a lot of stuff that I don't know analytically. So I just think it would be unfair to my viewers to just go and say I'm all in on this project without really actually knowing. And the moment I put time over on, let's say, Cardano, that's time lost on wax.
And if I had a perspective on that, then because in theory I could create content on more than 3 chains, because as my day job I run infrastructure for more than 3 chains.
And that's well respected. That is, you have the total backstory to it. Now, when I have other influencers, I'm not going to drop any names. If you guys want some more spicy, come on over to my stream. I do get a little more spicy. But other influencers that I know would reach out to projects and go, "Can you buy me the 10-cent wax NFT? Will I charge you $5,000 USD?" Well, it's like, okay, do you really care about the project if you're taking that 10-cent NFT and asking? You know what I mean? Like, you're working. Yeah. Other chains, and I think that is totally applicable, totally respectful. And I've always said, you're probably the only person on here that has more knowledge than I do when it comes to this chain specifically. So, I credit that to you, and I always say that to you. I think with somebody who has that much work on multiple chains, you do have to be a little more careful about what you say. You do have to protect your brand, and I totally respect that. And that's
and also, as a person, I don't like to create drama unless I have to.
Exactly.
but that also means that when I do it, usually it's taken a bit more serious.
For sure. No, because you do speak more. I think you speak more up here for the people up here, and they do turn their head when you say. I speak more for the people down here myself. And look, I just looked at my platform. I looked at your platform. I looked at other streamers' platforms at the time, and I said, look, man, I'm just going to have a better time being a collector, being as real as I can, and speaking my mind. And it's worked for me. And people know that's my MO, and I'm not here for myself, but I just knew that the more real I can be with people, the more people will, follow or listen to me. Doesn't mean you have to take my advice again, right?
Terry says that you're on the bottom and I'm on the top, so that's all good. he was quoting you on that.
What I mean by is that more people at the top, the guilds, the BPs, when you say something, they hear that. Right. Yeah. Now, when I say something, the buyers, the collectors, I think they hear that more. And then we meet in the middle, I think, with that in that sense. But I truly sat down, looked at the platform, and I was like, I need to do this my way and speak my mind. And for people that don't know me, I'm a ticketed pipe fitter by trade, and it's good money, but it's very toxic, man. Like, my bosses would be calling people racist terms or homophobic terms, and it went on for years. And because of the system, they're attached to debt, they're attached to a house, they're attached to cars, they're attached to their kids, and I respect that. They will take that abuse because they're going to lose that job. Myself, I don't have a kid. I don't have to worry about certain things. I haven't buried myself in a hole, and I just said, you know what? I don't need this fucking job anymore.
You have
not? No, I have not had kids. No.
You have not buried yourself in a hole. You can do that on the beach. It's kind of fun.
You can do that at the beach. That'd be great. That's where I want to be.
No, but really, like in the bear market, it's very easy, as we said before, to go into some kind of negative view on things. You start to look for issues outside of yourself to why your situation is as like it is right now. Like a lot of project creators, smaller projects, they are screaming and pointing fingers at everyone else that they are doing wrong because they are struggling. They are not getting the income they need. They have invested money and time into something, and right now it's not showing any profit. they don't know if they can continue, and they scream, and I understand it, but I think it's very sad, and I see a lot of that lately. Like the last 2 months, there's a lot of that.
That's all you can do right now. That's all you can do right now. And like, I think what people miss is like, I don't specifically go after a project because I'm not making any money. I go after a project if they've got 6 fucking projects on the floor and I've invested into your first one, and like all of us are losing money because you're going outside to make another project on another chain to make money.
Examples?
Any examples? Well, Writer was one. Writer was one of the guys that, you know, we invested into their roadmap. We invested into what they were doing. And the excuses, we've got to pay 40 writers. We've got to do this. We've got to do that. And it's like, I don't care what you got to do. We invested into your roadmap. But us seeing you doing this on another chain, it's just that ticks us off, because we feel like as your original investors, we got left out in the dust. And I don't care if they didn't follow the roadmap at the time. If they would have just showed us some little work towards that roadmap, we would probably still be on board and cordial and calm. And the thing that I see is a lot of guys, and I'm not going to, because this is for another banter, but a lot of guys noticed you can make a game and run a whitelist and run a sale and the tokenomics off that and make money quicker than actually working on your first project. A lot of guys seen websites like NFT Insiders, NFT Horizons website, and tried to make the same website. A lot of guys seen Digicon and tried to make their own Digicon and charge people to come into the Digicon. When we already have these tools, we already have these processes that have been rinsed, repeated, and it's just those things that we tend to call out. We tend to call stuff out like that because we see that you're trying to capitalize on something that already somebody else has capitalized on. And this space is supposed to be innovation. It's supposed to be growth. It's supposed to be new tools for us. I don't know how many guys are working on tools that we already freaking have. That drives me nuts. I don't know about you, but when I see somebody come out with a tool that's just got like a little flare on it and a little sparkle on it, it's like, dude, we already got this tool. How long did it take you to make this tool? Well, I've been working on it for 2 months. It's like, what a waste of time.
If we take that to another take, then we had this issue with Blocks a few months ago during the bull market, where they said that they were going to terminate the support for Wax. And at that time, if we didn't have any options for that, they dictated all their they obviously went to the Wax team and talked and made some kind of deal to make their product continue. Exactly. And if we didn't have any good options, which we didn't really have, there are other block explorers, but they are lacking in many ways. It's like we have a bunch of NFT marketplaces. There are those that are better for a few different reasons, but we end up using Atomic Hub almost all the time regardless, because it is convenient. We're used to it. It's easy to use. We have NFT Hive. It has the same NFTs. It has other NFTs. It has the simple assets. We have a lot of... It's an easy way to view collections, yet most users go to Atomic Hub. We have, there's 6 or 7.
I'm guilty of it. Yeah. As much as I want to use other marketplaces, I try to, but like as much as I want to use marketplaces, of course, Atomic Hub. And I think that's the reason they got the one up is because we got so accustomed to it. You know, we got so comfortable with it, and people don't like change.
And
you know
I don't think that's the only reason. I think you want something to be as clean as possible. You don't want to have too much fuss. You want it to be easy to use, fast, convenient. Because if there was a better option, people would start to migrate towards it. Most people would still be there, but more people will start to migrate. And as Nick is saying in the chat, we have a block explorer called EOSQ. It is made for developers, for people that go and try to find all the details. For that, it's awesome. For normal users, no one will go and use it because it's not user friendly.
And that's the thing. Like, remember, what was it? Simple Market or Simple Assets? Those were just ugly to use and just not fun to use. And like, don't get me wrong. There's a couple shout outs there. I like Hive. It's weird because I go to Hive for my cog sets. Okay. I head over to Chain Champs to sort all my Funkos in my wallet, because that is a big pain in the ass on Atomic Hub. Is when you want to take a look at all of your mints that you have across all your Funkos, Atomic Hub, you can't do that. Over at Chain Champs, you can go and filter every Funko one, and then you can see what you have on all your mints there. So I'm having a lot of fun with the auto buys too over at Chain Champs. I'm having a lot of great hits over there as well. So I do like the Chain Champs. But like, I truly believe we'll have maybe 4 or 5 marketplaces that are relevant 2 years from now. And I think after that, I don't think you should be making a marketplace right now, because that's going to be a tough system to crack into.
At least not one for everything.
That's what I mean. We just talked about things that are better over here, better over here. If you want to be the best marketplace, take everything we just said and make it your marketplace. Straight up. I really want a trading hub that, you know, essentially I should be working on my website there, essentially where somebody can just submit a wallet, and then I will go through, and if we can build a bot that would, or a contract that would just read the wallets and throw them into the project that they like, it would make trading a lot easier, because then you could go through and see, okay, this guy's got this project and he likes it. I've got a lot of it and I don't like it, but he's also got this. So then you can make inner trades better. I think the trading system on Wax in general is not that great. It's so tough.
By trading, you mean NFT for NFT?
Yeah, it's tough to trade because you don't know what somebody likes. You know what I mean? And that would create different values based off the market, based off whatever. I just think it would be a lot different. So if I liked Clash Dome and this person liked Alien Worlds, but I don't know that. Yeah. But if I did, I'd be able to trade for some Clash Dome stuff because I have Alien Worlds stuff. And I just think that is something that is truly forgotten on Wax, the amount of like collectible teams that are left out in the dust and how much this would help the smaller collector brands. That's the whole point of trading. I don't know what you did when you were a child, but me going to school with a pack of Pokemon cards and being able to make some trades on the park there was probably one of the best feelings ever in my life. And I just feel like that hasn't been replicated anywhere. You know, it's a bit blind when you're going into trades here.
Yeah, like the only thing, the few things that I have traded NFT for NFT are usually when people reach out to me on a different application like Discord or Telegram and say, "Hey, do you wanna trade this for X for Y or something?" And then I ask them to make a trade offer, and then I use a place like Atomic Hub for that trade or something like that to make sure that it's fair and we can both trust each other and everything.
The way I'm doing it, and it's worked. I've swindled some good trades this way, is if there's a complete project that I just fucking hate, I go look at who's buying those projects, and then I go into their wallet and see if they've got something I like, and then I try to trade them something that they're buying. That essentially is a little tip that I have for people. If you don't know how to get rid of your stuff and you just don't trust a project or don't like a project, you might as well go see who's buying it and see if you can make a trade with them if they have something you like. And that's essentially what I did with, what was it? Fuck. Oh, it's funny. I did Wax. Somebody was buying Wax Arena when I fucking hated it. Yeah. And I took Wax Arena and traded for a Mooner over at Moonstones. I was like, fuck yeah. And today, which game is still going? That's a big win for me. Sorry for the person I traded the Wax Arena to, but you believed in that team, and it was up to you to do your own research.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Know what I mean?
Like, you can have a hunch that something is gonna go down, and then it might, but you don't know.
That's how this place goes.
If we look at Farmers World, if you looked at what they were doing, all the design, everything said that this is gonna be a shit project. It's not gonna make people money, and that was very wrong for, I think it was 3 or 4 months. People made a shit ton of money if they got out, and those that didn't get out in time, they lost a lot of money. And that was not something you could see from the start, because the project design just said that this will never hold in the long term.
Yeah, and it takes a little bit of time to realize that. Myself, I just looked at, like, it just felt like a rinse repeat model to me at the time. And yes, I missed out on some money. And there was a couple guys in our group that made the proper moves early, got in early, got out early. But we also had a couple buddies that were like, "Oh, I don't know if you should be doing that." They invested, they ended up losing half of their money. You know, you got to be extra careful with these places. The staking platform and the clicker-based model will eventually go away. Staking, I believe, was just one of those quick things to turn eyes on your project. And you've seen that early, right, Anders? Like, once staking became a thing on early project, everybody hounded to that project. And here we are today with like 100 projects with the same staking platform. They are nowhere near the sales those first staking platforms were, you know, because we see the systems. It's the same rinse repeat. And, you know, it's a little scary in that aspect.
Yeah, but exactly, because they are trying to do something they saw was successful, and they don't try to make it them own. Yeah, Chibis. I mean, that's so long ago.
I love you, Jesper.
I just wanna forget about that.
I just put a finger on your stream. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I have marked all my videos as for 18 plus because I don't think that younger people should do NFT things anyway.
In crypto, yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I'm speaking on those gambles. A lot of things are speculation in this space, and you have to be extra careful. You know, like something I am doing a small time gamble on myself is the Funko coins, but I don't think they'll do anything on it when it comes down to it. Well,
are you buying
for a gamble that? I bought a couple on some of the series that I like. Just like I bought 50 of the Series 1 DC ones and 50 of the My Little Ponies. Yes, I'm a fucking brony.
You're a how many physicals will you get?
How many what?
Physical bronies.
Oh, for the My Little Ponies? I think I got 5. I got 5 redeemables over at the My Little Ponies. I gave one to my sister for her birthday actually last week. So she's a lucky duck. I got to tell her to redeem that.
I gave it to my sister. Yeah, sure.
yeah. Now, it's funny. Some people were giving my mom a hard time saying I run my mom's alt account. I was like, my mom's my alt account because she goes into streams. My mom, she's one with a disability, and I showed her the space and said, here, just jump into these guys' streams. And it got a little spicy there because they're like, that's Spurs running an alt account. I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? You know, like, and even when I hear like people say that, is that your alt account on Twitter? Why would I do that? I speak my mind. Whether I'm right or wrong, I speak my mind. You know,
I bought Iron Maiden Funkos, a shit ton of them, and then I got the physical ones, and they shipped and they got lost in the mail, so I never got them. And then
really?
But I reached out to them, and they are actually in the process of getting that shipped back to me, and hopefully it will come this time.
Right. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. So hopefully you get those. Which ones were they? The Iron Maiden ones?
Yeah, I bought a ton of those, and I actually bought 2 packs of My Little Pony, and I got a physical one. So.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, and then I traded some other NFTs for a pack of. Yeah, I think I traded it for a pack, and I got another. So I think I have 2 physical for My Little Pony.
Oh, right on. Let's fucking go. I tend to, just so I feel better about myself, it doesn't work, but the guy, well, it does sometimes. I feel it does. But to make myself feel better, I go to mint.drop with the 3 Ps there, check the account, see what they're minting to projects there. And if I notice a legendary hasn't been pulled in a while or a grail, I take my chance there. Because then I feel better about myself. And I'm like, okay, if I hit, awesome. If I don't, whatever. I tried when they weren't popping. And that doesn't work all the time, guys. I've seen 2 redeemables in a pack. I've seen redeemable back to back in packs. It just happens. That's how odds are. The contracts were dog shit in 2020, and I think Anders can say that as well. Like, as far as the odds were going, some of the projects put numbers on their packs and they just weren't working with the contracts. I feel like they've nipped that in the bud in the space. And,
I think it's better now, but it's sometimes it doesn't feel like it's perfect. But then there are these generic pack makers where people put in their numbers, and then you have to actually trust that they have thought about this the right way as well. And yeah, there's a few reasons, I guess.
That brings us into our next thing there with, like, if people don't know where to invest their money, as time goes on, you're going to see teams with money. Just go invest your money into teams with money. So Alien Worlds, they have money. Obviously, to get a Binance listing, you need 6 digits to get a Binance listing. I don't see anybody else doing that. You know, RFox is another one that I believe in. I've been fucking a big RFox fan. I've told my users, get your tubes ready to go. Sets finished, and they're all like, I don't know why. Here we are today. In a couple of days, we get to mint some citizens over there based off our tubes and sets. And like, I've always been a big believer of where the money is. And if you just want to feel safe, invest your money where the money is.
I've been meaning to check out everything RFox is doing again. I haven't followed everything. I try to keep my head up with the game on their social media, but of course I miss a few things. So what's happening there right now?
So they've got their metaverse launching here fairly soon. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Reebok invested into a lot of real estate into their mall. The metaverse looks pretty good. And this is the thing that scares me about people using the metaverse hype word and what it is in the space. people are like, "Oh, we got a metaverse coming." Okay, my next question for you is, how long have you been working on that metaverse?
And
we
what
haven't
is that?
started yet. Yeah, we haven't started our metaverse yet. Okay, well, you do realize that there's about 4 or 5, 10 other teams out there that have been working on a metaverse for 2, 3, 4 years now, and you're going to have to catch up to them. So I don't think a lot of these people that come out and use metaverse as a hype word are going to hit the nail on the head. But like
So
teams
Facebook?
that have they have money. That's another. That's,
they have a lot of money.
It's either you have money or you've been working on it for a long time for me to get behind you. And I just feel like RFox has been working on this for a long time. And I always felt like they'd do something unique with their sets. It's something I preached very early in my streams. I was like, just get your sets done. And what they're doing is they have a list up of what excuse me, it's coffee. They have a list up of the sets for the tubes and what they will get you for a citizen. You'll be able to mint one of their regular citizens, not their OG citizens. Still cool. I've got a shit ton of sets. I think I get to sit at like 28 citizens or something that I get to mint on the 9th. And essentially you'll be able to use these in the metaverse. And don't quote me on it. I thought an apartment came with it too, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I have to look into it. It is tough to keep up in their chat. And they do have very early meetings for us. But there are certain people in the chat that do like their stuff.
Yeah, they are in Asia, so.
Yeah, so I believe Zoo's a big RFox fan. Terry's a big RFox fan as well. Those guys keep up.
Yeah, he has confirmed you're getting one apartment with your citizen.
November on the 9th, 30th, all citizens come with one apartment. Yes, thank you so much for that. But yeah, I truly love what Cogs is doing over there. And right now, they're working on some basic games, and I think that essentially what the space does need right now is not too much, and the space wants poop games. As weird as that sounds, they want poop games. If I can go sit on the shitter and play a 5-minute game and get some tokens, awesome. Closed it. I'm walking away.
Yeah, it's not gamers.
Right. Those are and that's what the space is full of right now. And that's another thing that scares me a lot with a lot of these shooter games in the space or sports games attached to real athletes that aren't really licensed to that. These two scare me the most because I feel like when AAA money comes in, they're going to shoot these shooters down, no problem. The sports games are going to be backed by either the leagues or the athletes, like you have NFL Rivals right now. And I think if your project is based around any of that, you might have to be extra careful because the AAA money is going to come and destroy that first. Now, I think games like simulation, tactical, RPGs, stuff like that, those are niche. They create their own story. It goes from there. I feel you're a little bit safer if that's something you're trying to tackle in this space. It's only a matter of time till the AAA money shows up for certain games in this space. And
like AAA money does a lot, but then there's a bunch of big name games that just flop. They don't do anything and they have nothing.
Sure.
And then there are indie games that has no funding and they don't even have experience, and then they create Minecraft.
Right. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I'm a gamer. I like originality. It's really weird to me when I hear the same sound sprite or the same animation in a game. Yeah. And you can see that in some AAA games, and you're just like, I don't want to play this anymore. And I get it. I'm crusty, whatever. But you do see a lot of these projects in this space buying the same asset pack and using it for their game. And it's like, you guys got to be extra careful with that, because when we do get down to the game, and if we see 3 of the games with the same sprites, same animations, we're just not going to feel emotionally connected to it. We're just going to be like, well, what the fuck is this? It's the same fucking game. It's extra scary in this space. A lot of people don't understand it, and it can be volatile, and I get it, and but it's just a little interesting with some of the takes where some of these teams are going in the space in general.
So with that said, of all these clickers, because we have a lot of them, or small projects where they have big roadmaps, they have promises, we have like Mars cards. Their collection is Mars cards. They are Mission to Mars. One of the first Mars game. There was 3 Mars games. Their collection is Mars.cards, so their website is that as well, I think. They are creating an RTS game. They have collected a lot of funds. I have no clue what is happening. So far, their website isn't showing pretty much anything. Then we have, I don't know. We have a lot of games that are promising. They're going to deliver a lot of cool things and big roadmaps, and we haven't seen them. So out of all those, what is your current favorite thing right now on Wax?
On Wax?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say on that point with those guys, the reason I did not invest is because if you see Animal World and you see their project and you look at the ownership NFTs, they are the same color and the font looks the same. It looks like the same two teams. And what did Animal World do? It rugged. So I was just like, as soon as I seen those two NFTs look exactly the same, I was like, I'm staying away. That's why I stayed away. I hope they come through for the space. I know they're still around, still whitelisted. But as far as clickers in the space go, I'm big on Moonstones myself. If you like a niche RPG, no, it's not for ROI, guys. But the project is continuously building over there. They're continuously doing things. They have an event right now. If you find the princess, you get 10,000 teal, which is their in-game token. And then you also get a 1/1 Mooner that will have special abilities for the game. I want to say that the drop rate over there is like half of a Moonstone because the Moonstones are special. They've only had 8 drop in the last, I want to say 2-3 months. They've only had 8 drop. So essentially, there's a lot to do on the screen with Moonstones. But essentially, if you like your old dungeon crawler grinding style games, it's not a dungeon crawler. It's more like a Suikoden or a Final Fantasy VII. You go in, you do your turn-based fights, but at the end of those fights, you can get rewarded with something that is very, very minimal drop rate. And a lot of the stuff that happens is like materials or NFTs, and we're going to be able to build on our land. There's a lot of cool aspects over there. That's one.
What does build on land mean in that case? Everyone is building something on land.
So their land is pretty cool. Let me show you what their land looks like. I'll bring this up.
Share it to me, and I can. Well, I guess you can just share the screen.
Let me see here. Can you see the game? No, maybe so.
Not yet.
Okay, hold on. I hit share screen. It's being weird right now. Oh, there we go.
It should come up next to you.
Should come up next to me, but it's being weird. Frame rate, private channel, change, 1080p, go live. Interesting. It's not sharing.
It's probably not allowing you to do it then.
Let me see here. Pop out. Maybe I'll try to pop out. And I'll try to share it here.
It might be that I have this private channel. I removed pretty much all permissions from people before. I think it might be that I need to turn it on. Because I like, okay, we're on Discord right now. And I used to have Discord before in a private channel that people could view. And I didn't set it up properly. And then people started to jump in and destroy community, like live streams and things like that. And then I tried to set up permissions and I missed something. And then, I just said, fuck it. And I made another chat for it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, probably. So but send me the link and I can go and I can...
you'd have to go into their Discord. I'll send you their Discord. You can head on in there. Give me a second here. Head into their Discord. I'm a big fan of these guys. They have always been going. They're not built on Unity. They're built so all of the game stuff happens outside of the blockchain, but every transaction happens for NFTs, crypto, and all that will eventually be put on the blockchain. They just run everything on their own servers. Then they ship that over to the blockchain, the information that goes to your account. Let me see if I can share this to you. I'm just having a difficult time here because Discord.
It's okay. I have a difficult time. I'm playing rug pool and I'm just missing everything.
Give me a second here.
I think I got 240 points before in a game. Does Anders have a pencil? Yeah, I have a pencil.
They're asking if you got the green pencil for rug pool.
But no, that's what they're asking. Not.
So there's the Moonstone server. It's really cool. It looks like a Final Fantasy Suikoden style game. And essentially what you can do over there is they've got 500 pieces of land. They've got 4 counties and they're all split up 125 land each. And the thing is, if you have 1 land, you're a landowner. If you have 3, you would then get I think it's a cantry or something like that. And number 4, you're a baron. And if you have 7 lands or more, you're a baron. If you have 10 lands, you are a city owner. And then you place these down on the map, and then you try to get them all close to each other, and you will have that different title. You'll be able to build different types of buildings on your land that will support the economy to the game, whether it's NFTs, supplies, materials, stuff like that. If you want to be an NFT-based city, you'll probably be able to build something like that. If you want to be a material-based city, you'll be able to build like that. That is one of my favorite games on Wax, and it's a shame because it's not like AAA, what everybody else is like, oh yeah, like I want the 3D full graphics. I just don't think anybody's hit that. I'm playing COGs. I've been collecting COGs more so than playing COGs right now. That's me. Clash Dome is another one I've got my eye on. I've been playing Clash Dome, buying rug pools for the guys and buying land for the Dinger account over there. Wrath the Test Guy got my eye on. They're apparently coming out with some 3D gameplay here this week, so keep your eyes on that group if you're invested over there. That is a tactical RPG. Any other nods that I can just say that I'm actually playing a little bit of Fishing Lands. I don't know if you played Fishing Lands, but it actually works.
I've been meaning to look into that more.
It works. And like the thing that I appreciate over there is there's a few guys that I know that are heavily vested into making sure projects don't abuse their tokenomics and their NFTs in my chat that are specifically over there giving as much insight as they can so that the token doesn't get abused, the NFTs don't get abused. It works. Like I run around, I go fish, you can click around, you can build your little farm there. So I'm playing that one, and I'm hoping Dark Country comes through. I'm hoping Alien Worlds comes through. I think Alien Worlds will no problem. Which shout out to those guys for shutting down.
I've been meaning to go and look
bots.
at Dark Country again because they just released their game pretty much is what they say.
They did. There's a pain in the ass with Flow. I don't know what the deal is with Flow, but Flow said they were going to do something before summer ended and they didn't do it. So there's a little bit of a pain in the ass there, and they're based in Ukraine again. Like these early teams in Ukraine, I have full respect for. Like I might not agree with what our planet's doing, but they are an early team that is based in Ukraine. Dark Country is an early team based in Ukraine. Nothing worse than finding a new project that goes, we've come to inform you guys that we've taken our project and moved it to Ukraine. And it's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like these new projects using Ukraine as an excuse. Well, you kind of knew that was a thing in coming. There's a few teams that used Ukraine war as a excuse. And I'm like, your project started after the Ukraine war, So like, why is that an excuse? But I hope those guys do it. I do believe in a lot of the early teams in the space that will kind of come through long term for us. So that's why COGs, why Clash Dome, why Dark Country, because, they're still building away. And it's interesting because like a lot of people might not agree with Dark Country, and I get it. They haven't done a sale in almost a year now. Yeah. You know what I mean? That shows you they're actually trying to build for their game. Let me quickly run through what else I got going on. Oh, Nova Rally. I'm big on that. And this is why I'm big on Moonstones, is because Beast Gardens, big on that one too. Beast Garden and Moonstones were created in the Nova Rally community. So for people who don't know what Nova Rally is going to be I think a spicier, more well-done Zed's Run. If you guys know what Zed Run is, that is the horse game it's Polygon, right? That's where they have that one, I believe. Or is it?
Isn't it on it might be Ethereum or Polygon.
Okay, so they're on Ethereum, Polygon, something like that, and it's pretty linear. You race horses, you breed horses, stuff like that. The Nova Rally one is a 3D race, full track, some cool.
Yeah, they have a new trailer, but I couldn't find it on their website. There it is.
Sammy was one of those only people during that time, that run, the same run where Our Planet was big. And then right after that, all these brands popped up at the same time. Sammy was one of those guys that looked at his tokenomics, looked at his mint structure and said, oh shit, I kind of made a mistake here. Went to the right auditors and came back and got that fixed. So I truly believe that we'll get something 3D there that'll look fucking phenomenal. And again, it goes to the communities that were created in there. One is Beast Gardens, one is Moonstones. I truly believe those are communities that actually care for this place. And it's interesting because the teams from the UK, I trust the most. Those guys seem to be registered, coming through, or at least continuing to be a part of their community. If all else fails, continue to be a part of your community. So shout out to Tales of the Crypto over there. Shout out to Nova Rally. Shout out to Ultra Rare. The guys that are based in the UK are decent brands to get behind and trust, guys. I don't think I've had anything faulty with those guys. Now, if we start going a little more east, we start having some issues with projects. There's not many projects out of Sweden, are there?
No, I don't think there's anything.
There's more producers out of Sweden,
but there's not enough that either.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Interesting.
There's I don't know. We're not. There's people building things for sure.
Right. And shout out to ZOS as well. Shout out to those guys. And then for some streamers, just a quick little shout out to Neon Space.
COS. I say sauce. So I was like, hey, what do you mean? Yeah.
yeah, sauce.
Sauce.
Shout out to the Neon Space boys. Those boys have grown on me tenfold in this space. If you guys just want some tech talks and some tokenomics away from Wax, these are your guys. They actually speak their mind. There's not many streamers that do speak their mind in this space, and I get it, brand protection. That's a big thing. But they speak their mind. And also, if you want some other...
Speaking their mind is like, you have to be... Like, brand protection doesn't mean that you shouldn't say things that's not on your mind, because if you are just generic,
I agree.
No one will care about you in the long run, and you will not like what you're doing, and you will hate everything. I think you need to be yourself at the same time, and you need to be open, but then you also need to think before you speak.
There's a long term, right? The long term is what a lot of people don't see, and you could bury yourself in a hole long term if you're not real. With everything you just said, being real, I think, is the fine line there. If you can be real long term, you should be all right here. We all make mistakes. We all say things we shouldn't say. But being real, I think, is where a lot of my advice would be for streamers that are coming into this space. You might not get what you want right away, but there are a couple instances within my community where I spoke my mind 2 months early. Prime example, Wax Arena. I was one of the only brands to pull myself off Wax Arena because of the scams that were running over there and the personal conversations I had with the Shiki.
It's the second video that I published that I actually removed.
Interesting. And that kudos. And that's the thing.
Your
right
voice
away, is
gone for me.
Is it? Hello?
No, it's just my headset. It's going out normal in the stream, I think.
Gotcha. So essentially, like, some brands will attach to those minimal secondary sales. And I just said, look, I'm pulling it right now. Please pull us. And some people gave me shit. Some people were like, what the fuck? I invested for this and this. And I'm like, well, I've told you, first of all, don't invest for staking rates. That's rule number one. And then 2 months later, people were like, you were right. That built me up better long term. In the 2 months, I suffered. I dealt with some backlash in the space. But after that, when people started to see what it really fucking was, they were like, you were right. And people respect that more long term. So that would be some advice for people long term. And if you want some general knowledge as well, the NFT Gamer guys are pretty good too over there. So if you guys want to check them out as well. But there's not too many streamers I can get behind in this space. A lot of them have their platforms. A lot of them have their agendas, and I fully respect that. Hey, I'm going to give myself one shameless plug here. When I texted you a year and a half ago, and I mentioned Twitch, you're like, who the fuck's doing that? Who the fuck's doing?
Yeah, I said no one is doing crypto things on Twitch.
And I went and made that move, and I appreciate you for helping me set that up back in the day, man. I know you were a little like, what? Twitch? And then, yeah, it works. It does work, I think.
Yeah, because I see Twitch as a thing for playing games.
Exactly.
And I wanted to have a Twitch channel while I was playing games.
Hot tub streams? No, yeah.
Exactly, hot tubs and games, right?
Yeah. No, I hear you. No, and I get it. And it was just one of those things where I looked and I said, okay, all these guys got their platforms on YouTube. And a lot of the crypto influencers have been here for a while on YouTube. And again, it goes back to me saying the NFT space is a different beast than the 2012, 2018 crypto run. And it's just a different beast. And some people didn't really understand that at the time. And I said, okay, I'm going to get on Twitch. Got on Twitch, and I've enjoyed it ever since.
Yeah. And did you get banned or frozen or a while back?
I did get banned for showing Magenta's art on stream, and I'm 99%. I was all right. Got a week ban, a week away from the space, just turned it off and came back. But I got to be extra careful about what not safe for work NFTs I show on stream, and I do have people fine toothpick combing my stuff and reporting me to Twitch right away because they don't like some of the things I say. Look, it's all fucking opinions, and it's also all personal investments as well. And, you know, some of the things that I don't like, people looking for the quick cash. And that goes back to creating a website we already have, creating games for the whitelist pass, creating this. I speak highly against that stuff. And like, sorry, I'm bringing this shameless plug, not a shameless plug, but sorry, I'm bringing this information up on your show. But like, when I bring real life investors into the space, they'd like to know what they're investing into. So somebody like Green Rabbit stealing $275,000 from an old lady, I guarantee if he told the space that he was convicted and how much money he stole before running his sale, he wouldn't have sold that much. Everybody I tell in real life, when I tell them about this, they're like, I don't want to invest in that shit. Keep me far away. It's only common sense. So, you know, it's tough and you got to be extra careful. And the number one thing here, I want to say is collections, but it's not. It's money. Right. And if you're playing with my money and you've already stolen money in real life that is a centralized world, then I don't want to be putting my money into you in a decentralized space. That's just me being extra careful.
Yeah, I mean, it might turn out to be something that works, that is okay, that is good, but it's enough risk from the start. You don't need to add additional risk with people that had a past that is questionable.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I had guys digging up my. I'm pretty sure it was fucking the gnomes guys, man. It's funny because he went and said I was paranoid about him, but I can see on Twitter that he circled my Twitch and like posted on people's pages, and they're like, "Oh, I see you follow this guy, so obviously you must be getting the false information." It's just one of those things where I'm like, dude, like I don't want to support a project that's looking for every quick bang and buck that they can do. You got 4 different projects on the floor. I don't know. Monster Fight's attached to Owens Cricket. Do you remember Owens Cricket, Anders?
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They say that they are working on things, but I don't know. I don't follow them closely.
Like it's just one of those things that's funny as hell, and I just know that there are people looking for anything and everything to pick me apart. And it's funny because it's nothing personal to my wallet. It's nothing personal to what I've done in the space, because they won't find that. They brought up my fucking Facebook from when I was 17, 18 years old.
What did you do then?
Oh, I'm 34 now. So first of all, I said some really probably bad tweets when I was 17, 18 years old. You know, you're uneducated. You're a little kid. You're a little shit. And I played a lot of Call of Duty when I was a kid. And what is big in that? A lot of like teabagging and a lot of, you know, funny stuff like that. And what did I say? I said my kill-death ratio is higher than Hitler's. Now, that is a bad thing to be saying. I'm 34 years old. I probably would never say that again in my life. I understand why, you know, but it's just sad and pretty petty that people are digging up stuff that I said when I was 17, 18 years old.
But isn't that what they're doing for everyone on social media nowadays?
I don't know. I don't see any other
taking things out of context and things like that.
I don't see many wax streamers getting their social medias dug up and put in front of everybody else. And it's like the people who know me, they know I'm a very giving person. I grew up fucking poor, you know, spamming craft dinner every day, fucking mushroom soup and crackers. And we've given well away about 100,000 USD, 100,000 K USD to our community, and probably 350K when you add the NFTs through the bull market. Again, it goes back to me saying I felt it was easier to manage a community, manage a couple NFTs, buy those guys land, buy those guys NFTs that pay out tokens and pay out NFTs and spin them every month and spin them every week. We continue to give away our personal TLM. We give 750 TLM away. Me, Rito, and Dr. Poon, we give away 750 TLM every Saturday to 2 guys. And that NFT is only minted 100 times. And it goes 500 and 250, first and second. We spin them out. They win that. But the thing is, once our TLM payments go down, I've always put this subject to change. As time goes on, every year it'll come down a little bit more because our TLM payments come down even a little more. But I just felt it was easier to just manage the community, be a part of the community, than rather come at them with a game, right? So people don't like what we're doing, and it's just going to be that, man. We're on camera. We're voices.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, yeah. You need to hit some buttons. I guess I'm kind of diplomatic with most people, but I have some people that are not happy about things that I do as well. And it should be like that.
Be what it means. But I think the fine line there, in the end of the day, you mean well. You love wax, and your wallet shows that, Anders. Your wallet has always showed that you love wax, and I think there's that bit of separation from guilty by association type thing with me, as if if your wallet is doing some buying, if you're talking about projects on Wax and doing certain things, I can separate that association. And I think a lot of people don't do that in this space.
Yeah. So Blaze is in the chat. His favorite project on Wax is probably still MLB from Tops. So what's your take on on Tops? I mean, they did a lot of sales. It was nice. It was the big first brand. They brought GPK. It brought a lot of attention to Wax. It brought in a lot of new users. It brought in the ultra rare guys, for example, and a bunch of other folks.
I came in on GPK too. Yeah, that's funny.
And since then, it has gone down south, I guess.
Yeah, so MLB's still selling good. Like, if you have low mints, if you have packs, the stuff's still selling good. It's interesting in that aspect. Maybe we'll get a bridge someday. I just felt there was a disconnect between the IPs and the people running Wax at the time, and a lot of miscommunication that went on. And might as well bring it up here because I brought it up in the chat more so lately. I spent 100,000 Wax on MLB packs. Went into the chat and said, hey, are the contracts correct? Like, will everything pop properly? And they said, oh, yeah, everything's correct. Everything will pop. So I went to bed. I got up the next day and all the fucking 1-1s were pulled with 33% of the packs ripped. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that just killed all pack value. At the time, it kind of did. Eventually, it kind of teetered up. But fuck you, Marty, over at Wax. That's who fucking said that to me. And it's like, dude, he's just a fluffer. He's just a marketing guy. And this is what drives me nuts with the guys that have voices over there at Wax. They're not in these communities. They're not studying what people are liking and buying. And they really don't care about the numbers. They didn't. They might now. But that was a big fuck up. And it carried over with the first TMNT, I believe, as well. The contracts were written in a bit of a mess there where the grails and legendaries were popping at an improper number, not based on what you put on packs. And that is a big thing, right? Like, when I buy my Magic cards, or when I buy my Pokemon cards, or when I buy, the odds are the same for every pack in every box. They make sure that the odds are the same. Those numbers have to be well thought out of, and they have to be taken care of. And again, it fucking scares me. I don't know how many teams here have changed their first token to a second token or a third token, because if you go back to it, the original white paper and roadmap a lot of us invested into was the first token. Now, the thing is, a second and third token is created because the mint structure and the boosts totally abused that first token, and now they're like, shit, we need to fix this. And the way to fix that quick is make another token. How many teams are sitting down? You got 10 years. So you got, let's say you do 2 sales every year. Okay. How many NFTs are coming out of those sales? How many rarities are coming out of those sales? What do those rarity boosts get you? Okay. Now you have to plan those sales out. Let's say 20 sales over 10 years. Okay. You run that in an audit system with all of your final mint structures. Are you in the green at the end, or are you in the red at the end? The problem is a lot of these guys brought their old tokenomic systems into the NFT space and applied it to their first drop of NFTs. And we're at a big mess with a lot of these projects that have a new token or a second or a third token. It just scares me because a lot of these guys will say we actually well thought out about this. And it's like, you kind of didn't. You fucked up with your first token and you fucked up with your first sale. 1 million NFTs is going to abuse the shit out of a token, and it's going to abuse the shit out of a tokenomic system. You can't tell me, and I'm sorry, our planet, but you can't tell me that you took everybody that abused your Aether system and put them against your tokenomics at the end. There's a reason they stopped that, because some people were making more and more NFTs to fleece the Aether. And the thing that is crazy about that is, okay, they abused Aether for a month. You can't tell me abused Aether for a month was a part of your tokenomics. You can't tell me that it was. Oh yeah, we've just put this over here in case our token's abused. You know what I mean? Nobody did that. They just wanted that quick money, that quick buzz, and the quick eyes on you. And that's the thing that drives me nuts about that. And also, too, projects going, this will get you a boost, or this will do this for you, and then changing it 3-4 months later to drive me nuts even more. Don't say anything at all, and don't set dates if you can't hit them. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, you can set dates, you can change the roadmap, but you need to be open on why. If you make a promise and people make investments on it, if you have to change something, you need to have a really, really good reason for it. And you need to, I mean, you shouldn't do it. You should think about things from the start, but there could be things that you could not foresee from the start. And if you do change something, it has to be very open about why, and you need to be transparent about the entire thing and not say, no, we never promised that, or no, we never did that. And also, you should make sure that the marketing people for your project don't promise things that isn't true. How is that done? I am unsure. And
it's tough.
Yeah.
Because you got new tools, new inventions, new things that could totally change your tokenomics. It's so interesting, like so many implementations that happen in the space, and new tools and new evolutions. It could change your whole tokenomics system, which is insane.
Yeah. And Ben is saying about the TOPS packs that it was a programming error, but he also says that the demands, the TOPS had a certain demand on the chances to get the NFTs, and he says that it's even says that it's impossible to implement with pure pre-mint.
And you shouldn't have ran the sale.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have ran the sale. That's what it is. I agree with that, and I can see that, because when you actually sit down and make these pre-mint pools, all the numbers have to work. And if they're just throwing a bunch of numbers at you, we want 100 of this, we want 500 of this, and it doesn't work like that. The numbers will all equal an equal ratio at the end of the day, for sure.
And so there's a lot of reasons, and then perhaps if you are aware of that, then you should probably communicate differently. And well, there's a lot of things that could happen there.
Exactly. I don't get it, but a lot of these projects think it would bring more backlash if they just close the contract for the time being. If there's something being abused, close the contract. Sure, we're not gaining our tokens. You're going to have people come in and go, I'm not earning right now. Well, for long term, for everybody, we have to put this on hold, and we have to tether it and make sure it works, because it's just been abused. Nobody does that because they want to continue to bring in the secondary sales. They continue to market. They continue to want to say good morning in the chats, and that's essentially what this space is kind of doing on some of the projects. And it just they need to do it. Is what I think they need to do. Some of them don't.
So the new Our Planet game that they're launching, the economic game that is a mobile game and everything, have you seen it?
For which, sorry?
The Our Planet game, the real game.
Oh, it looks all right. And again, it goes back to me saying, like, if they can prove me wrong and make a good game for Wax's sake, awesome. I'll be first to say awesome. That's great. I apologize for what I said about you guys, but until I see it, I don't have to do that. I haven't had to do that yet on Wax. It looks good, though. It looks okay.
I think games like that are very interesting for this space. Like the strategic, where you plan, you upgrade buildings, you build out your base, and then you get more income, and then you team up with other people and everything. But it also demands a lot of users, and since they are on mobile, I'm not sure how much of the blockchain they can actually implement.
That's interesting, yeah.
Because you can't really do payments. 50
to 100 people. Yeah, games are at like 50 to 100 people on Wax right now. That's how many players are playing their games, and that's not enough. You need thousands of players to be playing your games, and we're not there just yet. We've got thousands of players playing the clicker mines and thousands of players playing the staking platforms.
Clicker mines, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick says that the Our Planet team did put in 900,000 wax in their RDAO system to give some attention to their staking solution and everything that they had after you swapped it. I guess they did that, and that's nice.
And yeah, it's awesome, especially for the guys who are holding, the guys who were believing in the project early.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people with small bank accounts and small movements at the time where, like, okay, I've already lost, I'm out because you've changed your ideas here, and this wasn't initially what I invested into. And I just think as time goes on, I hope more teams give more love and effort into stuff like that, because for every project I've seen, man, we've got one bot that abuses the system. We scare away 10 wallets, and whether they're small wallets or big wallets, they just are people that actually really care about this place, and we scare them away. We're never going to beat the bots in the end of the day. We can play with them, but I don't think we're going to beat them.
Do you think bots are always a negative thing?
I want to say majority, but there is some aspects where I feel it isn't.
I don't think it's always a negative thing.
Well, you kind of need that for analytical data and for like, you know, certain implementations to kind of understand how they're doing it, because bots are doing certain things that developers will keep an eye on, and they instantly go, well, how can I implement this to be a part of my community? So that is definitely a positive in that sense. You definitely can build and grow off of what some bots are doing.
Yeah, and like if we take the crypto space, all the exchanges wouldn't have as high of liquidity without automated trading, where people are reading graphs and have their automated trading and making small increments, and that is adding liquidity so people can get in and out easier. And like, okay, sure, when it gets unfair, it's at some stage, if you automate everything, at some stage you are getting too much advantage compared to everyone else, and you're abusing a system, and you potentially are destroying the system. But also, if we take Alienware, for example, they have no bots. I've heard that statement. Their entire mining ecosystem is based on bots, and since their launch, now it's I can't even remember how long it is. It's 1 year. Is it 1 year or 2 years?
2 years.
It's 2 years, right?
Coming up on 2 years. Yeah, coming up on 2 years. Yeah, coming up on 2 years.
And they have been in the top of NFT volume since they launched.
Top 10 on Atomic Hub.
Yeah,
top
and that's all
years.
Thanks to all the bots that are actively doing the trading, and then users doing that as well. So I mean, I get it. There's a lot of negative things about bots. There's a lot of people that are angry about them, and they blame every negative side of every game and every market and every token and everything, and they didn't get all the cool things because the bots got everything. And although it's true at sometimes, I think that bots can add a lot of value as well.
Maybe early value. As time goes on, you can hopefully tether it to the community and the users. Like I do, goes back to us saying early that they did kick out 300,000 bots over there at Alien Worlds, and people are getting bigger mind shares now, which I think that is essentially what we should be doing, because I have a different view on marketing in this space, especially in a bear market. I think it's not needed, and I think it's a waste of money right now. I think what you should be doing is taking that money and putting it into your users who are a part of your project and believing in you. Essentially, those are the ones that are going to do the word of mouth thing and bring people in. Word of mouth is very lacking in this space, in a sense of I don't feel like a lot of these people feel secure or safe explaining certain things to these people, because the moment you start talking about bots and start talking about this, people are like, well, that's not fair. And it's because they don't understand the big picture to it. So I do agree with you that some bots are good in that sense, where the market trades and, you know, the analytical data that it feeds to people. But the small time user will not understand that, and it will just scare them away. And I don't know if they want to get educated in that, because essentially Wax, Atomic Hub, and all that stuff is a virtual hobby shop. And I think a lot of these people and projects in the space pull away from that. And it's like, you have a lot of tools here to make this hobby shop your own. But we continue to forget that.
Blaze first mine was 1500 Trillium. Do you remember your first mine?
I missed a couple days, but I had like 576 on one of my mines, and I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. So I remember when those were up there for sure.
Yeah, I remember everything when it launched, because it was during Christmas, and I think I was at my girlfriend's mother's place, and I sat with my computer and I analyzed data, and I was playing Alien Worlds, and I made no money because Trillium didn't have any value. But I got tens of thousands of Trillium every day in the beginning just by being as active as I could and trying to analyze things. And I tried to build websites to get the data for me and for everyone else. And that was the best of times.
Yeah, those were good times. They were. And I'm going to be honest, like the bots wouldn't have saved them. That Binance listing definitely saved them, for sure. It did. And, not a lot of teams can afford that. I know a lot of people want to put that on there, but hey, that's the one thing that scares me. When a team comes to you in the chat and they aren't making a deal with Binance that we already know about, like if it's not published knowledge, somebody comes into your chat and goes, we're going to get listed on Binance, we're going to get listed here, and it's not a project with a lot of money, you might want to run for the hills on that. Fuck you, HODL God. Yeah, we had them in our chat, man, and they were telling us back last year that they're going to be on Binance, and I'm like, you're a fucking liar. And they're on project number 8 over on ETH, while all their other projects are in the dust. Wax Labs gave them 500,000 wax. They're a mess. I just hope Wax Labs takes a little more effort and time into who they're backing. It looks like they kind of are. There are some other tools.
They are working on a lot of things, and I think they are considering giving funds to for-profit ideas. At least that's a discussion. I shouldn't say they are considering it. It's a discussion at least.
No, that's good. That's good. And again, it goes back to the BPs, the OIGs, the developers, those guys. They're so out of touch with the goddamn community, and that is one of your biggest aspects to this virtual hobby shop. And I get it. You're a developer. You're a BP. You're an OIG. I get it. But the community are your guys that are going to be playing you, the guys that are going to be talking about your project, the guys that are bringing people in. These block producers aren't bringing people in. These guilds aren't bringing people in.
I'm a block producer. I'm a guild.
Yeah, I know, but not all of them are on board, man. I know there's a disconnect between up high and down low. Back to top and bottom, Terry. You can go ahead and say it if you want, but there's a bit of a disconnect there. I see it coming together slowly. I see some groups being built, and I see some chats being built, and some constructive stuff going in there. But a big problem too with that is people confuse FUD and constructive criticism in this space. And again, a lot of people, more people are more worried about what somebody will say tomorrow rather than 2 months down the road. And I think if you're here on Wax or in any crypto chain, you should be more worried about how people think about you in a year. What were your moves up to this year? Are you respected now? Did you make the right calls? Did you own up to your mistakes? Stuff like that. And that's why I appreciate somebody like you, man, is because you have used your time to build up like that. And you are credible and, somewhat a great piece of information in the space. And there's not a lot of people like that. I don't care for fucking Stash. I don't care for fucking Bosack. I don't care for fucking Miss Teen Crypto. No offense, guys, but they're fucking YouTube fluffers, everything and anything. And if you just look at their Wax wallets, you can't tell me they get on board with a lot of the other guys that are on camera. I know your wallet's busy. I know Neon Space's wallet's busy. I know NFT Gamer's wallet's busy. I know the NFG guys, their wallets are busy. It's the thing. You're a product of your wallet.
Put a lot of his money into Wax and kept buying NFTs though.
What's that?
Ken Bosak bought a lot of NFTs and he built a big stash of tokens and believe in Wax, and that talks against that argument. I see the argument, but that he is one guy that is fluffing projects. He has this booking system where anyone can book, and he has a conversation with them. He doesn't even review who is he's coming. He just has an open calendar that anyone can sign up for.
If you're vetting projects, that is a big thing to this space that gets discredited, and you got to protect your community, and vetting projects before having them on should be your rule number one. And even before that rule is, if I'm buying your NFTs, again, if I'm not buying your NFTs, there's no fucking reason to have you on my show. I'm not interested in your project. I'm sorry. I guarantee there's other streamers out there that are interested in your project. I just want to protect my guys. That's the thing. Some of the guys in my room are like, you should check this project. You should check this project out. Either I don't have time for it, the art didn't stand out to me, or I just don't like the project, and that's just how it is in this space. And I think these guys have to be a little more careful because we are getting the BitBoy Juniors in the space. How many things
So are you
did
gonna sue someone?
No, fuck no. But the BitBoy Juniors is what I mean. Like, how many tokens did that guy call? And he got caught selling them all at the top without telling his viewers. He had like 2 in the green and like 40 in the red. And it's like, dude, people are going to analytically put this data down on influencers and people that have been opening their mouths about crypto. And you got to just be extra careful about that. I love CoffeeZilla. I don't know if you watch him a lot, but I fucking love that guy. He's fucking awesome. Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. Like, sometimes he says some things like, it's like me too, man. I say some things like, but I do like the research that he puts in and the sleuthing that he does. And I used to do that heavy in 2020 here, but I don't anymore because I'm on camera and I'm buying what I love. It's very tough to sleuth. So some people are like, can you show me the old evidence of this and that and this? I'm like, dude, we seen it very early. I don't have everything documented up and down.
I wish I had
time for that.
I don't forget. I don't remember why I don't like some projects. I'm like, I have no idea.
I do too. And I keep the NFTs. I keep one of the NFTs in my wallet just to remind me, oh, this was a rug pull, just so you at least know what you invested into and went to fucking zero. I recommend that for everybody. If you're going to burn your NFTs, maybe don't, because they get waxed back for their RAM fee. You might not want to do that if you hate the project a lot. But if you just want to have record of what you've invested into, just keep one NFT in your wallet. That's kind of what I do with my rug pulls, which rug pulls astronomically outweigh successful projects here.
Yeah. Yeah, but
yeah, exactly, Lino.
There are a lot of I don't like what I did there either. I just read that comment, and that's a lot of people that has done the same thing. I mean, what I did when I got listed on Our Planet, I had this slice that I sold every month, and I sent out NFTs to folks. And when I got listed on Our Planet, my sales went up the roof, and I closed my template to stop them from selling more, because I didn't think it was fair to everyone else. But then I did benefit the coming 2 months from it, because my stuff sold out very fast thanks to Our Planet.
Yeah, but you didn't abuse it. I remember your drops, your slices, your stuff like that. They were within reason. You did like what, 2 a month, something like that. It wasn't 1 a day.
No, like, I did 1 a month. I locked amount 1 a month. 1 per
and
month.
I respect that. Like, that's within reason.
Sale.
He was doing 1 every day. He was doing 1 every day. Like, he knew what he was doing. Come on now, That's the thing that drives me nuts. I do not have an Adam Bob sketch. I do have some low mint Series 1 stuff. I did not do too crazy. I got in a little late and was only able to get 5 or 6 of the small packs at the time. I didn't know what the market was like. Got a low mint Anna Banana, I think a mid 10 or something like that. Prism, that's one of my better ones. I've got a low mint the Drunk Ken there or whatever. I got a low mint of that. That's some of my GPKs that I like. My best NFT would probably be the Legendary Land on Alien Worlds. It probably would be that one.
You have a Legendary on Alien?
I do, in Valesse. I do, on Valesse. And just so people know, we give away TLM every stream over on Twitch. I give away at least 50 TLM a stream. So we do have a lot of people mining on our land, and I try to get back to you guys. So sometimes it's more. Sometimes we give away between like 50 to 200 a stream. It just depends on how bumping it is, how crazy it is. But like, I could go and create 1 NFT and put it on my land, and then I'd have to create NFT. I'd have to create value around that NFT. And I'm just like, you know what? You guys could just mine on my land, and I'll give you guys TLM. I really wish I could back TLM to some of my NFTs. I really fucking wish I could do that. I don't know if that's possible anywhere. I don't know if you've heard that, but it's really something that I wanted to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm showing all the good garbage pail keys that I have.
A Fat Matt, you're showing your Fat Matt collection. I know you went in on him.
Yeah, I have so many. It was the first fun thing that I did.
Just a Fat Matt hoard. I love hoarding. Okay, so there's a few guys in my community I met with the Marvel trading card app, and what was really unique over there was guys that would, because there's a traders market where you can put up a little chat of what you're looking for, and people can come and click it. and a lot of people were hoarding specific characters. Venom, I'm hoarding Venom. I'm hoarding Wolverine. I'm hoarding. Just made trading really easy, and I respect hoarders. I do. There's a couple collections I don't know off the top of my head, but there are a couple things that I've just went over and hoarded a couple things. I've also bought the floor up on some NFTs and burnt the shit out of them because I own the mint 1 to that NFT. You know, so there's a lot of cool analytics and aspects like that I like to contribute to in this space, just to have fun in my own part. Maybe I'm not creating any value out of myself, but I know I'm lowering the supply on that NFT, and I feel better about it. Yeah, and I am having fun in that aspect, and I do.
Is that market manipulation though? Is that illegal to do?
Not in a decentralized space. Nothing is illegal here.
Not yet.
Nothing is illegal here. It's just what's right and wrong. Yeah. There's, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and I guess if you buy an NFT to burn it, I don't see how that could be anything wrong.
Yeah, no, for sure. I really like having the first mint of like projects that I've started. If you have the first NFT that project is minted, that's really cool. I've got a couple of those too. And sure, some of the projects might have rugged. I just still take pride in the fact that I got their first NFT. You know, it's something cool to have in your wallet, and that's just something cool to look back on. Maybe I'll create a vault that says first mints only from the collections or something. I'll pick a weird name for it.
Mint one vault. There's already that one.
Yeah, but like, how would you say, without making it sound like it's the first mint, project's first mint or something? You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah,
hoarding cogs is fun. I do hoard a few over there. I do like my cogs, man.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, we have been on this for a long time. We have been chatting and talking about positive and negative things and fun things, and just a nice, relaxing chat. So that's good. Is there anything we should mention? I mean, links to your shit is down below. I think everyone that has been here or are here know where to find you anyway.
Yeah, you guys can come into the Telegram, the Discord. We have a bot that does both of the chats. I also work with Ultra Rare 2 guys. We have 5 p.m. UTC every Tuesday. We have the Ultra Rare streams. Those
sometimes
ones are pretty
Wednesdays.
fun. Yeah. It's just summer we are schedules, but usually 5 p.m. UTC. Guys, come check out the Ultra Rare team. They care about their collectors. They put them first. Either than that, be prepared to maybe have to take a breather or a walk from our group at times, because look, our group seems to be a punching bag for excuses. We just want the wax space to be better. We just want it to succeed, and I'm passionate about this space. I might say the right things, I might say the wrong things, and that's just how it is, man. I like to give back as much as I can to the guys. And also, too, if there's anything I can do, Anders, I know we talked about some NFTs to give away. I have an Ultra Rare Comics pack to send you that you can dispose with your users if you'd like. And I'd also like to do, let's say, 100 TLM as well. So I'd like to just send those over, and you can give them away how you please, maybe in your chat, maybe over Twitter, whatever you want to do, man. I'll just send you that stuff.
Should we do it now?
Let's fucking do it now, man. Let's do it now.
I can spin up one of these wheel of names and everything.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do that and get them in the list. We'll give out the pack, and then we'll give out 100 TLM.
And I will do that, and I can get okay, give me dark, thank you. And I will write Anyo, and then we go.
All right, let's go.
And okay, so to enter this, just you can't write your name. I will do this. I will do something very quickly here, because YouTube removes comments, and that's a bitch.
Stacks Club. I've had some better conversations with Stacks Club. What's up, man? It's interesting. Like, as much as that ambassador program fucking drives me nuts, there are some networks in there that I have created and understood a bit better, but Jesus Christ. I'll tell you this, from me, half those ambassadors, bruh. I don't know. They're trying to onboard more users who are other language friendly, and I get that. But all it takes is a little bit of research to see who you're backing. We need people over on Wax with that program, and I don't fully support everything in that program. I support them for trying. Again, it's the disconnect between the community and whatnot, and I feel like they're just trying to get on board. And I do feel like there are some good people in there that are bringing up good terms and fixes and stuff like that. So I don't think the whole project's a wash. I know some people have some different opinions on that. That's fair. That's fair. There are some people in that program that should not be in that program.
If you haven't seen it, there's a Google form in the chat that you can join and add your account. We have 8 people that found it, so.
Oh, there you guys go. Get in there. And then you can just send me the wallets and I can send it right after stream.
And of course, I think I gotta show one of the wallets that showed up. Okay, I need to remove the capital letter.
So Dr. Poon,
this is one of the wallets that entered. It's I think this is one of the ones that has, yeah.
What's the wallet? It's a little blurry on mine right now. It is
Mega Wax Vault. You will find a ton of mint ones here. It's a big
mint ones. Sweaty. He's got a mint one Creepo. That's one of the top characters. That's insane. And over there at Horrors, that's actually one of the top characters that he's got. If he's got a mint one, scroll up a little bit.
Yeah,
scroll a little.
We can go to Ultra Rare instead, and we can find it because you have a small.
Type in Horrors.
Yeah, exactly. And then you said Creepo the Clown. Yeah.
There he is. Oh, he's got the mint one Creepo. Impressive. That's one of the higher sellers over there. That's impressive. So he got two. He's got two. Oh, he's got a bunch of. Yeah, Creepos are fire. Everybody likes Creepo. I was going to say with the wallets, it's funny. You know how they have the DP over at the drop there?
Yeah.
One of our users is Dr. Poon, and he went and entered it, and he thought he entered Dr. Poon, but he wasn't allowed to because it's too many letters.
Yeah.
So it finished drpoo.dp. So, yeah, that's what he got. So he shows us his wallet in the chat, and we're like, are you kidding me? Is that what you got? Yeah.
What just happened?
Yeah, you guys can check me out on Twitch. Like I said, the 5 p.m. UTC Tuesday one is the more set one. We will have more artist interviews and stuff like that on Fridays. We used to do that. That will slowly be coming back. And I usually stream about 3 times a week, anywhere between, I want to say, 12 UTC and lunchtime to about 6 UTC. I'm usually starting up-ish. No, sorry, got that wrong. 6 UTC is around the range that I start to 12 midnight is usually when I get on, about 3 or 4 times a week.
I love that we have one that is random wax account.wham, and I think we have one that is entered twice. Should that account be removed altogether, or should that account be left in?
No, just remove the one. Just remove the one if they doubled it up, as long as they're not a bot.
I don't know. Are you?
I don't know.
Should we check? Are you a bot?
Oh, that was Lino's troll. Get him out! Kick him out!
Kick him out! Yeah, this is a bot account. I can see it.
Oh, that's Manga Bang.
It's a
It's
bot.
got a dinger badge there. Fucking A. That's our big membership for people that are curious up there at the top. He had it on display.
I can have it on display. I was gonna look at his character. I didn't see one.
It's actually got fuck Ted in the bat. You know who Ted is. Fuck that guy.
Fuck. Okay, there's a lot of... Okay, let's do this. We haven't gotten any more. I will close accepting no more responses. We shuffle a bit. Okay, we do this. There. And we go. What are they winning?
So first spin's gonna win the Ultra Comic Beasts and
it's the fake account name that they entered.
Random wax account. Wham. All right, I'll get that over there right now.
No, that was a fake one. I'm gonna.
First, we'll get that pack from Ultra Comics. I think they're sitting around 200 wax, something like that. And then second, we'll get 100 TLM, and that's from the Atomic Kicks.
Okay, and get the first one.
Good luck.
This is nice. It's a long time since I did a Wheel of Names because they turned out to be so chaos.
XZRE, X.ZRE.
I DM'd you on Telegram as well.
Okay. XZR.RE.wham.
And for the Trillium, I will just do this. On you, okay?
Perfect. Pack is with you now. Make sure
Oh, I won. No, I'm just messing. And here's
I sent
the
that
real
pack
one.
out.
Yeah, so this
All right,
is
good luck.
2M. No, it just missed that guy. That guy doesn't want any TLM
He doesn't
anyway.
need any TLM.
No. 2M tag doesn't need any TLM.
Verso.wham. Verso.wham. I think that might be, you know what?
West row.
Vesro.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thing. Go take a look at that account. Bring that account up.
We have him. He has 2,558 NFTs.
You had Vesro. Okay, I typed in Versro. God damn it. Thank God I looked at that one. I was like, the other person doesn't have any shit. They have 2 shovels. Vesro, I got you. Thank you for looking out for that.
Let's go and see what the market says about his highest inventory. He has On Mars Founders token. That has been a great thing. Did you get them?
No, I did not. Look, I just didn't fancy the game. Again, I hope it does good for the Wax space. There was a little bit of an instance where the guy was pumping his game and said it was going to be the best game on Wax, and he wasn't going to do a sale till he did the game. So they did the sale. They did launch the testnet a couple days later. But me, I was just like, I don't got time for that. But it has done well for the people, and I do appreciate that they're working hard for the Wax space.
And they keep adding updates after updates after updates. Yeah.
That's a good coin. I can't dock that coin. It's held value. A lot of people made some wax off
I
that.
bought 5.
This space. Good for you, man. You sold a couple?
I have sold 1 or 2 now, yes.
But
I keep getting packs a few weeks more.
That rocks, man. That rocks, man. That's all that matters.
We got 2 nice ones that we just sent out right now.
So I sent that to Vesro.wham.
Now I'm getting banned again.
I sent that to Vesro. I'm a Stochi fan as well too. I got a lot of Stoch. I
have one of these. Let's go and send that. I'm just getting banned first, and new transfer, and On Mars I have a supply packs right now on market is 50 wax. Okay, let's get something. We have a few more users here.
Nice. So those are the packs you're getting airdropped? Worth about 50 wax every time? That's not bad, man. Fucking A. Good to know.
Gotten a lot of those.
Hey, they got value.
Yeah. UDAO. I will do this also. Give away. So my tax script that I'm building has an easier time to understand what I'm doing.
JR is giving out 1,000 or 1K TLM. It looks like you might want to re-add all the names and spin it again. Yeah.
Okay.
Could you open the form again too? Because BMAC missed that.
Yeah. The form is open.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, jump in, guys. 1,000 TLM. Right on, JR. You're a fucking G, man.
I will. There are 90 responses still, so I will wait until it's done.
Where's my water, for fuck's sakes?
Water.
Yeah, well, it's the little Mio spray water, but
yeah, I have 20 responses. I will bring.
I believe JR's got an event going on with his lad too as well. If you want to get some NFTs from some other projects, guys.
And as you know, this is how you open a beer.
Oh, what kind you got?
An X. I have
no, is this gonna break?
No, it was just hard for me to open up here.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. What do you got? An axe, a hatchet there?
Yeah. Don't you have the same at your desk?
No, I don't actually. I've got my everybody likes to give me a hard time for my green pen.
JR, we haven't pulled it yet. I just wanted to wait until everyone had time to enter again. And I
use this for rug pull, right? Yeah. People don't know. I can hide it. They don't know when I'm on stream doing that. I'm not cheating. Yeah.
Okay, we have 18 people. And this is for 1,000 TLM from JR.
Let's go.
The Alien World King. And it's really fun if he is the one that wins now, right? Weed Miner, there's a pinned form. I will wait for you. In the chat, there's a pinned form.
How many you got, JR? How many lands again? Like 2 something? Something like that?
How many lands he has?
Yeah, he's got like 2 something or something like that.
I don't think he has it on this account. I think he have them on his other account.
He's rich enough. 194. I'd be curious how many we have.
He doesn't even buy any NFTs. He's a prime example of people not buying NFTs, right?
No, I know he buys lots. Come on now. Come on.
He had 25,000 NFTs in that account. I'm just gonna go and find his other account quickly. Oh, I'm at the wrong schema.
I've been buying some of those. I don't know why.
I hit level instead of land.
Too much speculation there, but I have been buying some of those.
He only has 191 lands now. He can do better.
He lied. Where's his 3 other lands? They're hidden. He's got 3 lands hidden somewhere. He said 194.
Yeah, he has another account. Weed Miner has not entered. Okay, I closed it before. Sorry. I'm waiting for Weed Miner to enter his account, and I closed the form. I will do this. He's in here now.
Alrighty, guys. Good luck. This is a nice little giveaway.
Yeah, we'll enter rock12.wham. That's Weed Miner, I think. Isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think Rock 12 is Weed Miner.
Older wallet that I remember.
I'm pretty sure. I think that's what Ben was implying, because he remembered it. I forgot it. I think this is him. Yeah. It is.
Alright, good luck, guys. Big one.
This is JR Big Pot. And it's
winner coming, I dry.
Yuda. Didn't he win before? No?
No.
Nope.
No. Maybe they want a little pack from you.
I will DM it to JR on Telegram as well, so he gets the account.
He was going to spin everybody for the 1K TLM, just so you know. So we re-entered all the previous winners.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone. And we have the results here. Anyo won.
Yeah, you might have to get the Ultra Rare guys on soon. They can talk to you about that dynamic PFP they got launching on Twitter there. Yeah, it's over on ETH. If you hold a Leatherface, you'll get one for free outside of the minting price, which is very minimal right now. But if you do have a Leatherface over there, you'll get one of those.
Yeah, as Nick says, Yudo, he was in when we were waiting. I did the giveaway of the Mars packs and he got that, but JR wanted everyone in. That's why he was in again and he won again. Is his luck to get today. And I will do this. And since this is fun, I will go to on Mars because I get all of these Mars packs. I have another one that I have not listed. And I will do this and I will give it to one more.
I can't wait till you show off everybody what you showed me that you're taking to the con there down in Amsterdam.
You mean this?
Yeah, don't show that off. I wouldn't show that. It's fire though. Good idea, and it's pretty fire.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, I forgot this. Give away. Add a memo.
If you come over to our show, you guys can win in bunches over there. Some people win a lot. Some people win in bunches. It just happens. That's how giveaways go. I usually just continuously run the giveaways. We do about 10 a show at least. So if you guys want to come hang out, more than welcome to.
Are you taking NFTs from your pocket, from people that give them to you, a mixture?
I'd say it's about 60-40. More so, I used to do more myself. 95% of the time, I give back the NFTs that the teams have given me. My stream has started to give me a little bit of a hard time because of how much I give away. And they're like, you need to fucking pay yourself once in a while. So I have taken a couple NFTs as of late, but I never did that. I was like, eh. But most of the time, we do try to give away our own NFTs, and I use the business account to buy them stuff or give them stuff, essentially, is what I like to do. I like to back my NFTs with wax, mine, so they can burn them, lower the supply. That's why I want to do the TLM thing, but somebody get that done, and I'll be all over that.
And here, JR has sent me that he has transferred 1,000 TLM, so that's nice. So that's done.
I'll add TLM exercise word to make an image.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah.
Ooh, I'd love that, Nick. I'd love that, buddy. I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Give TLM back. Yeah, that's easier. It makes life easier.
We have a blend coming with our Atomic Kings 2099 coming. It'll be a 1-pack PFP. You'll be able to blend some commons and uncommons over there with the collection that's working with us. It's just Token Girls. Just something cool to lower the supply. There's only 40,000 NFTs over there. I want to burn that shit down as much as I can.
There are more than 40,000 Alien World NFTs.
Oh God, there's more than 40,000 shovels.
Yes, there's more than 1 million shovels. So yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, that was nice. I think we need to round this up. I will actually go and chill and work a bit. Finish my non-alcoholic beer. I don't drink alcohol at the moment. I just go to the gym. I just lift
yeah,
heavy
you've
shit.
been fucking. Hey, good for you, man. Good for you.
I had another personal best 8 reps on 100 kilo bench, which is 220 pounds. So
boy, good shit.
Good.
Good shit, man.
Getting strong again. That's nice. So yeah, thanks for coming on, everyone. Thanks for spending your time with us. It was fun, nice, chill, awesome.
Fucking A, boys, girls, take it easy.
A Bitcoin bull is all I got left. Sold my clothes, gold no less. Walls are circling, hollow hands. This man stronger